Rishikesh is globally celebrated as the yoga capital of the world. The banks of the holy Ganges radiate spiritual warmth, offering millions of travelers a profound sense of safety and enlightenment. But trace the city limits upward, and that light rapidly fades. Locals maintain a strict curfew regarding these looming, untamed mountain paths once the sun dips below the horizon. They warn of chalavas, ancient, shape-shifting entities. According to regional lore, these dark, isolated routes become their active hunting grounds the moment daylight disappears. You have a landscape where immense protective energy and predatory supernatural traps share the exact same geography. When four friends, Akash, Manoj, Rashmi, and Kanika, arrived at a borrowed hillside cottage for a summer getaway, they were entirely blind to this local ecosystem. The cottage caretaker, Ramu Kaka, gave them a single non-negotiable directive: under absolutely no circumstances should they walk the upper hilly paths at night. Yet hunger and convenience won out. Finding heady wait times everywhere else, Manoj pulled out his phone and booked the last available table at a nearby hillside restaurant he found online. They dismissed the caretaker's warning entirely. Their logic was simple. Thousands of tourists visit these exact hills every single day without a scratch. Modern technology provides a powerful, false sense of security. A glowing confirmation screen creates the perfect psychological blindfold, leading victims right past ancient warnings and straight into the dark. Their 10-minute trek immediately felt wrong. The path was entirely abandoned, and the only illumination came from streetlights that rhythmically flickered and died as they approached. A girl in white appeared behind them. Seconds later, she vanished, instantly materializing directly in their forward path. Their primal instincts screamed at them to run. Instead, they anchored their minds to the digital reservation, treating it as a guaranteed safe zone. With the city behind them and the restaurant ahead, the group had stepped past the point of casual retreat, trading the safety of the crowds for a deserted hillside. They reached the designated address and rushed inside, only to find the dining room completely empty. Not a single other patron was seated. This diagram maps the connection. A digital interface translates physical danger into a standard map pin, disguising a snare as a dinner destination. Once the group stepped inside, the trap snapped shut. Calls to the caretaker disconnected, severing all communication with the outside world. The physical illusion quickly followed suit. When Kanika opened the lid of their served food, the scent of rotting meat hit the air, and live maggots writhed through the dish. Manoj and his friends trusted the data on their phones, a reliance that led them into a situation where modern technology no longer had any reach. Desperate for cover, the group fled to a vacant room on the upper floor. The air inside reeked of centuries-old decay, and the moment they tried to leave, the door jammed completely solid. The twisted girl with backward feet and the waiter, his rotting face sliding off his skull, closed in. Cornered and terrified, Kanika acted purely on instinct. She began loudly chanting the Om Namah Shivaya mantra, creating a harsh sonic barrier that forced the screaming spirits to recoil. She tried to deploy a physical defense, reaching for a bottle of holy Ganges water from her bag. But as the waiter's spirit lunged at Rashmi in a violent strike, the bottle slipped and shattered on the floor. Relying entirely on their collective voices, the four friends amplified the chant. The focused spiritual energy forced the jammed door open, allowing them to scramble down the stairs and out into the night. When digital logic disintegrates and physical tools break, survival against ancient horrors requires falling back entirely on ancient spiritual defenses. The escape was fleeting. Sprinting down the pitch-black mountain path, their lungs burned, their chanting faded, and the pursuing spirits closed the distance, ready to finish the hunt. Then the distant Brahma Muhurta Arti began. The holy chants echoing from the river, paired with massive fire lamps, acted as a blinding divine counterforce, physically agonizing the entities until they dissolved into thick smoke. The survivors collapsed at the safety of the gods. Surrounded by people praying by the water, they finally found sanctuary in the exact spiritual power they had casually ignored hours earlier. True safety in ancient cities requires respecting their ancient boundaries, because when the dark paths of Rishikesh turn deadly, no smartphone app will protect you, only the light of the gods.